You will go forth and bear witness to my power. You will be my ambassador to the living and assemble a group of like-minded people to further my plans. Through illusion, persuasion, sickness, and force of arms, you will establish my hold upon Azeroth. And this will be your vessel.
Hey there, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. Today we're starting on a small series about a legendary raid known as Naxxramas. I don't know why I said it like that. Now, I know most of you will know of Naxxramas, and if you don't, why not? Why not? It's freaking awesome. It's all purpley and green gooey and has lots of badass enemies and undead thingamajiggies and some purdy loots as well. Oh, and it's stacked with lore, which is kind of why we're bringing it up. It's such a good place to visit. It really is. It's so cool that it's been used twice. Once in Vanilla and once in Wrath of the Lich King. The only structure that's moved more times than Naxx is Dalaran, I'd imagine. And that place ain't anywhere near as creepily cool as Naxx. Although, Dalaran does have Khadgar there, and he's a pretty creepy dude occasionally as well.
Knowledge is power, but using it wisely is the key. The fate of our world hangs in the balance. There is much to be done. Hail and well met, champion. There is much to be done. The fate of our world hangs in the balance. No, that tickles. Stop that! Well, now I have to go change my robes. Thanks. Oh, no. No, I'm not kidding. No, really, stop.
So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the ziggurat itself. How it came to being, where it's been, its significance in Azeroth, and maybe we'll throw in a couple of factoids about the place to make this video seem all, official and stuff. Naxxramas is a ziggurat. For those of you who may not know what a ziggurat is, it's basically a big rectangular temple. There are several of these structures laid around Northrend, which is a continent. To the north, I guess that kind of explains the name. To be fair, it has taken me years to piece that one together. These structures were built by the Tol'vir, also known as the crazy cat men built by the Titans. They live down in Uldum at the moment. I don't know if you've seen them around. You've probably seen them during BFA if you haven't played Cataclysm and stuff like that. But yeah, crazy cat people down south. But they used to live up north. But the place was taken over by the Nerubian race, which are a big, scary arachnoids that are highly intelligent, who evolved from the Akir, the race created by the old gods. These guys have pretty much been around for quite a long time. They infested the Tol'vir architectures and spun a huge web of a kingdom underground by the name of Asjol Nerub, and then sat there quietly in the dark, waiting, all spooky and spidery-like. So along comes a Ner'zhul version of the Lich King, wandering around Northrend, spreading death and pestilence to the land, laying waste to the living. You know, the normal things they do. Some of us wash dishes, Lich Kings devastate lands and raise armies of the undead. You know, that's how it goes. The Nerubians weren't happy with this. How dare a big old scary dead spirit of an orc in shiny armor come around knocking on their doors and demand subjugation and death? No. This just didn't sit well with the Nerubians, not one bit. Seeing how powerful this threat was, they decided on utilising their vast cave system and do hit-and-run guerrilla-style attacks on Icecrown, the new home of the Lich King at the time, and on the undead forces of Ner'zhul as well. This really, really annoyed Ner'zhul. Not only were these big spiders coming out from the ground and attacking his minions, but because of their genetics, they were immune to his undead plaguing and his telepathic abilities. To be fair, I probably would be annoyed as well. if there was a spider running around my house and I couldn't shoo it away with my mental powers, I wouldn't be the happiest bunny in the land either. Big feels to you, Ner'zhul. Big feels. The Nerubians were standing leg to toe against the undead. That's the way I like to see it. Fighting and fighting and fighting some more. But there was one problem, one advantage that Ner'zhul had. He can raise dead bodies to fight for him. This included the Nerubians, unfortunately. If he can't take them down with a plague, he'll have to slaughter them and then raise them up to join his army of death. Logical. Unfortunately, the Nerubians lost this war. Ner'zhul took on the help of the Dreadlords to help defeat the Nerubians, consequently killing their king Anubarak. A few of them fell deeper underground into small areas where they could lay in wait and fear of the triumphant dead orc and his ever-growing manpower. Or spider power. It's kind of both at this point. Yeah, dead people and dead spider people. So, yeah. It was growing. His army was growing. With the Nerubians out of the way, Ner'zhul essentially adopted the architecture and twisted it into his own. Not only did he take the dead Nerubians into his fold, but he raised the ziggurats from the ground and created floating necropolises from them. Like necropolises or necropoli? I don't know, but they're scary things anyway. Anubarak, now a crypt lord, took an army with him and just took over Naxxramas, killed everything inside and then transformed the inside of the structure into 4 quarters, each unique in the ways of warfare. All completely in the name of the Lich King. The wings were as follows: the Arachnid Quarter, also known as the Spider Wing, the Plague Quarter, which was all plaguey, the Construct Quarter, also known as the Abomination Wing, the Military Quarter, also known as the Death Knight Wing. There was also space on top, so they chucked on a big layer for a frost worm to live in and made an observation room / headquarters for Kel'Thuzad as well. Or whoever was going to be controlling it, but spoiler alert, it was Kel'Thuzad. Once the refitting was complete, the legendary Kel'Thuzad, a powerful lich that worked for the Lich King, took command of the structure and made it his base. Side note, if you'd like us to do a video on Kel'Thuzad, let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you guys, just to see how you thought, what you want us to look at, stuff like that would be great. Just let us know in the comment section below and we can see what we can do for you. Using funky dark magic, it was teleported over to Lordaeron into the northern lands of the Eastern Kingdoms and started his campaign of plague, death and destruction on behalf of the Lord of the Undead. During the later days of Vanilla, the necropolis floated about Stratholme, which can be found in the Eastern Plaguelands. The scourge ravaged lands, attacking city after city, reaching down towards Stormwind and attacking the now human capital. After fighting back, Bolvar Fordragon called upon the aid of any heroes that would be willing to go and tackle the floating menace and defeat Kel'Thuzad, and that's how it became the 40-man raid of legend. Of course, the raid was defeated. It's kind of how that works. The world first Kel'Thuzad kill was on 7th of September 2006 by the guild Nihilium? I'll put it up on screen. I think it's Nihilium. We're going to go with that. It was released in patch 111, which is on the 20th of June 2006. I mean, that's a fair amount of time between release and final kill, I think. That's pretty decent. That's a fair amount of time of, like, you know, breathing room to kill Kel'Thuzad. Fair play to him, though. Fair play. Apparently, only 131 guilds spread over the EU and US servers were able to get the kill before the Burning Crusade expansion came out. It's kind of crazy considering how easily things are cleared in Modern WoW, but I think that's a discussion for another day. But this wasn't the last we heard of Naxxramas. Oh, no. It came back in Wrath of the Lich King. It's kind of my favourite expansion. Just throwing it out there. With Arthas now being the Lich King, he resurrected Kel'Thuzad, sent him to reclaim Naxxramas, and bring it back to Northrend, to attack the Alliance base of Winterguard Keep, and to defend the land from the invading living. Oh, and dead guys because the Forsaken were running around independently beside the Horde and did some mischievous things. But again, that's a discussion for another day.
What?
Hashtag Wrathgate in the chat, people. Nothing really changed with the raid other than its location and player scaling. It went from a 40-man down to a 10 and 25-man alternative raid instance. Personally, I think they could have spruced up the place a bit more. Maybe to give it a bit of a dusting, perhaps. Maybe it was pretty much the same. It was perfect for the most part. It just needed a bit of dusting, okay? Just a bit of dusting. That would have been nice. Could you kind of imagine Kelthus had in a maid's outfit just wandering around just dusting the place? That could be absolutely amazing. And that about does it for now. Thanks for watching this video. This one is just part 1 of a small series that will follow in the near future. Each video will discuss each quarter of Naxxramas, the enemies inside, the bosses, some cool loot, funky achievements, and so on. If this is something you'd be interested in seeing, why not press the like button and maybe even consider subscribing? It doesn't cost you anything and it helps the channel out a heck of a lot. It really does. So did you get to invade the necropolis in vanilla? Did you progression raid it in the Wrath of Lich King? Let me know your experiences in the comment section below. I'd love to hear them. And maybe even feature them in another video. Have a little screen up saying, this is what this person said. Just throwing ideas out there. But thanks again for making it to the end of the video. I really do hope you enjoyed. Until next time, my friends. Bye bye for now.